Yo, One Piece, chapter 1145, titled The Blaze in Branch 8's Forest Number 2. That's a long ass title. Come on now, Oda. That's crazy. And what do we have here? Is this a little sneak peek at opening, God, what is it now, 27? Because the anime is coming back in 2 days, I think, 3 days. So that's hype. And this is, I did see this little shot of Luffy looking at the screen yesterday. I didn't get spoiled on this chapter at all, but this is giving vibes of the anime coming back. Everyone's like surrounding the TVs, Sanji's giving out drinks and food, everyone's ready for the premiere, and you know we will be too. Again, don't think I'm gonna react to the trailer or anything, but I might do a separate reaction for the opening like I usually do, and then we'll obviously do the anime episode reaction. So, that's that, but we're getting into the chapter this week. Chapter 1145, The Blaze in Branch 8's Forest Number 2. Crazy. We got Ulti hugging page 1, Yamato's Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, volume 30. Pei is still alive. Absolutely. Who's who couldn't take him down? He's a zone. I was gonna say mythical zone, but no, he's an ancient zone. And you ancient zones don't go down that quickly. Obviously, we found out that that Shichibukai, God, I forget his name right now, but the one that Ace took down, that's been revealed in the SBS, he's their father. And I would love if Oda gave us some backstory with him, maybe a little side story of, what he was doing with Kaido. He was the one that collected all the ancient zones for Kaido. He's the one that Ace took down to, that they wanted to promote him to be a Shichibukai. So I feel like a pretty integral part of the story that out of all the characters that Oda gives us, he's a big player that I feel like he should be talking about. So maybe we'll get that in the future. But right now, let's move on to the chapter. We finished off with kind of just everyone getting into place, all the matchups, and now we're getting into the fights. I mean, spoilers, I already see Zoro cutting off a brontosaurus neck, basically. What are we, in Little Garden again? But let's get into it. There's fighting in the realm of the dead too. Here it comes, Nash. What? Wait. Now. Oh. Ahmed Lair. Oh. Power. Shoot. All right. So we're getting a bunch of attacks here. Goldberg is his name. A little chubby giant from the New Giant Pirates. He has his shield with a face, which we have seen on the cover page. And his name is Nash. And Nash, kind of giving he's giving a Big Mom, what were they called? A homie. He always gave homie vibes. So I wonder if this is like a stolen homie from Big Mom, or if this is just something with the devil fruit. I don't know. But his name's Nash. He's a shield. And he does not like being a shield. But he breaks. He's a strong shield. He breaks. It seems he grows. And then he breaks the teeth of the dinosaur. Then Sanji comes in. Power shoot. Now I can't tell what he's kicking here exactly. I would think he's just kicking the head of the dino. But it seems like he kicks something off the dino. But then when we see Zoro cut the head off, it's still intact. So I don't really understand what Sanji kicked here. But okay. We got a little combo attack from Sanji and Zoro. On to the next one. This thing looks edible. It's big, even by giant standards. Groggysaurus is super tasty. They've got a thick layer of fat under the skin, so prep takes a while, but simmer it in booze and it's fantastic. Yeah, we didn't bring any alcohol though. Ah, the hunter's cabin is stocked with all the cooking tools we'll need. Let's grab some herbs on the way back. Never mind that. What is this thing? Is a devil fruit responsible? Look at Zoro already asking the big questions. What is Nash? Huh. It came to life after my old man clashed with Big Mom. Oh my god, it is a homie. It came to life after my old man clashed with Big Mom. Big Mom? So it's just like Zeus, huh? What? You know Zeus? He's a high-ranking homie. Yeah. He's our navigator's lackey now. What? I mean, bro, the left and right hand of Prometheus and Zeus, you find out that another emperor's navigator stole Big Mom's main homie. That's insane. You know people that know Big Mom and have clashed with Big Mom, you know they've met Prometheus and Zeus. I mean, that's legendary, man. Knowing that Zeus is part of the Straw Hats now, a traitor to Big Mom to help another emperor, the one that seemingly defeated her and Kaido. The betrayal. The betrayal of the betrayal. I'd love to know what other, like, Shanks' crew and them, like, obviously we have a reaction here from Goldberg, but like what other Emperor crews think of Zeus being on the Straw Hats' crew. I mean, we got Jinbe, who's a Shichibukai, who was a Shichibukai. Him even joining the crew. I mean, you know, Law and Kid had a reaction to that. But Zeus, that's a whole nother level. So he is a homie. I'm glad I spoke about that right before it was revealed. And it seems to be Goldberg's father's soul imbued into Nash. Which is funny that he doesn't realize that. But now that's the thing, is I don't think... Because the souls always kind of reminded me of the shadows, of Moria's shadows. But the thing is, Moria's shadows held on to the personalities, right, of the people in Thriller Bark. But the thing is, like, when we saw her homies, I don't think we necessarily, other than, I forget his name, but the little slime guy on Pudding's shoulder always gave Capone, right? And that was never talked about in Whole Cake Island, which was shocking to me. I forget his name. But we never really got much from him. We don't know what kind of homie he is. He was always just like with Pudding. But that one, if it's like Capone's life was put into that, that would make sense. But again, we haven't really seen personality move on with the life taken. It's just more of soul energy, right? So this Nash, does he necessarily have the personality of Goldberg's father? He might. We don't know. We don't know what Goldberg's father was like. But if he does, that's pretty fucked up. And it's even more fucked up if he doesn't remember that he was Goldberg's father. But anyway, it came to life after my old man clashed with Big Mom. That's cute. So he's using a homie. That's fun. It's like new tech, right? And clearly, I mean, Zeus can like transform and stuff, so this guy can also get bigger. So homies have some kind of control over the thing that they're imbuing. God's Knights? That's right. They came here. Government officials? You're saying they did this to you? You got it. All your rampaging overseas must have made you some enemies. Don't be stupid. So Hajrun, Loki, they simmered down a little bit after Loki said what he said about, you really think I did what I did? Now he's giving them info about the God's Knights, alright. All your rampaging overseas must have made you some enemies. And that's Haruden saying that to Loki. Loki's rampaging overseas. That's interesting because I don't think we've really heard about any. You would think mythologically there'd be some kind of talk about a giant rampaging in the New World at some point. I don't feel like we really heard about that. I'd already be king of the world if I'd gone far enough to cross paths with guys like that. World government? Knights? Hey, we got one. It's huge. Groggy sauruses are super nutritious. I took it down. It was incredible. You looked like a head of broccoli sailing gloriously through the air. All right, Sonny. Not the compliments. Stop it now. Stop flirting with your man. Did you collect the firewood? Yeah, it's right here. Good work out there. All right, so they're prepping. They got food for Loki. They got fire to cook it. All right, it's ready. Oh, so good. That first serving wasn't meant for you. Oh, right. Eat up, Loki. So Luffy's like, oh, this meat's delicious, dude. So good. Eat up, Loki. It's too hot. Take it easy, Luffy-kun. You'll reopen his wounds. Bro's smashing cooked meat onto his face. Pause. Moron! Are you trying to kill me? Wow, you're better already. Chow down. You won't heal if you don't eat. I wonder if it's going to be a thing where it's like no one really cared about Loki throughout his life because he was seen as evil, but because Luffy doesn't judge him, he's going to end up liking Luffy. That feels like the direction we're going in. It's hard to swallow. How am I meant to eat lying down? Sure are pushy. Oh no, he's choking. Pass me the soup. Give me a sec. It's clearly boiling. Stay away from me. So he's like, Luffy's trying his best to help Loki out. Loki's like, crazy bastard. What's he doing? Ah! Now he's got even more burns. Get him the hell away from me. Luffy-kun. My bad. I didn't mean to. Good job. You too, Gurchan? What did you do to piss off the giants this much? Oh, meaning like even Gurd's like, hey, good job fucking up Loki, the bastard. Sanji's like, you hate him too? What did you do to piss off the giants so much? And I bet his promise to Luffy was just a trick. Damn. Look, Zoro, do you really use your sword like that? I feel like you have more respect. What sword? Is that Enma? Not you eating meat. Shish kebabbed onto Enma, dude. And why is it full, like, it's covered, it's full black blade? Is the Groggy Saurus the source of Mihawk's black pain? Huh? Did he just put the meat on and it just coated the fucking blade in black? But okay, so Luffy's trying his best, but in a way he's like torturing Loki, which is funny. But he doesn't mean to. Ugh. Red Hair's whereabouts, huh? I'm afraid I wasn't lying about that. Is that so? You know, spit it out. Oh, because he hears Zoro saying, I bet his promise to Luffy was just a trick. Red Hair's whereabouts, huh? I'm afraid I wasn't lying about that. Is that so? You gonna spit it out then? The deal was that you'd free me from these chains first. You really want to see Red Hair that bad, huh? Well, I guess I can understand. That's what happens when you look up to a pirate in your youth. Oh, not the tea. Not Loki spilling the tea. Wait a minute. Hajrun little dot dot dot? Which one are you? Which one of you looked up to a pirate? It feels like Hajrun looked up more to Harold because he wants to be king of the giants. But Loki rampaged overseas, assumingly before Hajrun went overseas. So it feels like Loki looked up to a pirate. Now, which pirate did Loki look up to? With the horns like that, I could see Kaido. I could see it. Kaido's been around. Could be Xebec, right? But he was probably dead. I mean, you know, giants. Xebec could have visited Roger. Why wouldn't Loki, with how old he is, look up to Roger? I could see it. Especially with Scopper being around. I'm loving Loki's look. I love the horns out, the eyes constantly covered even in his youth. Wonder if he has some kind of Sharingan, you know? Like what's that about? Does he have 3 eyes? No, it's not. It's too low. So he says, I guess I can understand. That's what happens when you look up to a pirate in your youth. Hajrun looks like he's thinking back to something. You know the feeling? Rose gagged. Well, like I didn't mean to talk too much about myself, but yeah, I do. You regret that you were just a kid. Oh, okay. I'm glad. See, this is why I talk. As soon as the panels happen, this is why I speak, because the next panel, that looks like Xebec to me. Take me with you. I didn't come all the way. Oh. I didn't come all the way to take in a brat like you. Don't make me repeat myself. He's giving Xebec. That's not giving Roger. That's not giving Roger. That's giving Xebec. The parallels. Because then we know Blackbeard's a fan too. Xebec, the parallel of Roger. We got the destruction and we got the peace. That's what it is. And if Loki is also like Nika, possibly a parallel to Luffy's Nika. Look at his little boy. Look at his little boy want to go. And also a parallel to Colin asking Shanks, obviously. The next generation. There's always a generation. But he says you regret that you were just a kid. So he's basically saying if, which same thing with Luffy, you know, like Luffy could say the same thing. I regret that I was a kid because if I was an adult, maybe Shanks would actually put me on his crew. But he wasn't. He was a kid. So Shanks promised him. Now here's Xebec. What did Xebec promise him? And are we about to get a reveal of Xebec's face? I don't think so. It's a silhouette. So, but let's see. Ooh. Don't make me repeat myself. Then I challenge you. What? You serious? Oh. And now who's that? And now who's that? You seriously pulled a blade on a kid? Shut it, Newgate. It's Whitebeard. You seriously pulled a kid? You seriously pulled a blade on a kid? Shut it, Newgate. I was born in the wrong era. Damn. Damn. T. That's T. Okay, I like that. Oda's cooking, dude. I like it. Loki feels as a giant. He's like, I aged so long, but I was still born too late for Xebec's era. Bro would have been a part. Imagine Loki on rocks, dude. Imagine if he was even like a teenager. Considering how old Kaido was, when he got a bounty. Imagine even at like 13, Loki would be fucking up shit. Seeing Big Mom when she was a kid, how much she was fucking shit up. So bro also wanted to go out. And he challenged Xebec. And Xebec fucked him up. Damn. Xebec was no joke, brother. Xebec was not fucking around. You challenge. He's giving Kid. Xebec gives Kid, which really, really disappoints me with what Oda's done with Kid. Kid could have been. I understand that Blackbeard seems to be the parallel of Xebec for this era. But I feel like this kind of ruthlessness is what we were introduced to Kid with. And I feel like Oda could have pushed that further. The only time we really, we see Blackbeard not give a shit and hurt people. But there's a different vibe to Blackbeard. Like, I'm thinking end of Jaya when he fucked up Bellamy. Right? Was it Bellamy? Was it Bellamy or was it Sarkis? He fucked someone up. And like that's the ruthlessness we saw there. But this is giving Kid. Then I challenge you. What? You seriously pulled a blade on a kid? Shut it, Newgate. I was born in the wrong era. Listen, buddy. It's a new era now, though. And we got Dorian Broggy. These Draugrs move like trained warriors. Gabba-ba-ba-ba. There's plenty of ghosts, too. How childish. Round 'em up. Oh, is that Loki? So we got Draugrs, we got basilisks, we got bears, ghosts. Now the thing is, it seemed like they only Killingham, I thought, spawned only one of each. But now it seems like there's more. So can you respawn them? Is there, like, if you take one out, another one forms? Like, as long as they're asleep, that could be a thing. As long as they're asleep, these manifestations will come out. But no, he took the salt out of Summers' thoughts, and then the salt still existed when Summers woke up. I didn't know the rules here. Is that Loki? Leave him to me. Shing! Yasan! Whoa! Scopper's going in. He's part of the old era. Good thing these things are just how the kids imagine them. So they'd be tougher to beat if they were familiar with the real versions, huh? That's the last thing we need. Yeah. Okay. So it's the limitations of the creature is the limitations of the imagination. Understandable. So if they knew how powerful Loki really was, then he wouldn't be a scrub that Scarper could just take out real quick. That's information. Just as I thought. There's more now. 3 of them. Voices that strange can't be suppressed. I can hear them. Felbath is no longer safe. The world really is ending. Shit. If Elbath is no longer safe, the world really is ending. So he hears the voices. Bro's got that observation hockey. There's more now. 3 of them. So I wonder who he heard. He heard, you know what he heard? Scopper heard Gunko and Stabs. Sorry, Shamrock. He heard Gunko and Shamrock, and now he's like, now there's 3 of them. There's more now. But it's like, where did they come from? How did they get here? Firefighting unit. Use the water from the sea clouds. Is that going to work? The flames are massive. So this is the fire that the kids are walking towards. Thank goodness you firefighters are here. But you need to hurry. The kids are heading straight for the flames. We got Solid took out Fenrir off screen, alright, but the kids, they're going straight for it, but Saul kind of, hey, I think your strategy was good, man. You know, pulling the kids. That was a good thought. We're using the highest water pressure the valve can handle. You gotta put it out. Y'all can do it. Put it out, I'm begging you. Huh. Look, Gunko. The kids are about to burn alive. Would that be enough to wake them? Yes. They'll wake up from the heat, screaming for their parents in terror. Then the flames will burn them down to the bone. Man, ain't that just touching? Damn, Summers is a fucking sadistic son of a bitch, dude. Oh, who's that in the back? Sea Cloud? Something wrong, firefighters? It's not out yet. We're doing all we can. It ain't working, kids, no. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Current shoulder throw. Got the Straw Hats coming in to save the day. Saul looks up. That should do it. Didn't make it in time. Over here. Hop on. That's our Jinbe. Yo, you gave me the chills. Wow. Huh? Huh? The blaze in Branch 8's Forest Number 2 has been extinguished. Not the best title, Oda. You really could have called it something else. Like Xebec's Challenge, even. That would have been hype. Even though it was a small thing. This is also a small thing, but it's a big thing, I guess, for this situation. The fire on Branch 8, Forest Number 2, has been extinguished by Jinbe, the helmsman of the Straw Hat Pirates. That's our boy. The kids are safe walking through. The children are all right. The kids just missed a flame, but they're still marching. Got my close call. I always had faith. Good job, firefighters. Huh? Here's to Elbaf's. Here's to the guardians of Elbaf. No, it wasn't us. Glad the Tykes are okay, though. Yeah. Robin, just now, wasn't that... Jinbe. He must be nearby. So they did it without them even seeing. Bro just did it. That's a homie. That Jinbe is a real man. It's a real one right there. Oh, it's a little bit of Gunko there. I mean, you know Nami's crew was supposed to meet up with them, so them seeing that someone's interfering, I think the matchups are about to begin. That was so cool, Jinbe. So freaking cool. Good one, Jinbe. It was nothing. The guys at school may hate me, but I still consider them my friends. It'll be okay, Colin. We'll save them all. Yeah. Oh. So, not all the children were in school. This one sure seems lively. No. Who's that? Finally, a direct confrontation. Break next week. Chapter 1145 end. Break next week. We got a little Enel face from Colin. And Gunko is on the ship. We got 4 against 1. We got Brook Jinbe, Usopp Nami versus Gunko. Ooh. Now this doesn't obviously seem like we're at the point of 1v1s yet, but maybe we're going to set up a future 1v1. Maybe Nami's going to do enough damage that she wants to fight Nami. She was just listening to New World on her tone dials is what I saw, right? Also, there was a translation difference from the TCB to the official where Summers was saying kind of something like, hey, let's use that for a singing contest. Who gets the wrong note, we'll kill him. So he's just masochist or sadistic through and through. So she's here, and if she sees the Soul King Brook, you know, she's not going to believe it, but she's a massive fan because she was just listening to New World. So this might be a fun little thing. Maybe we're going to get a Gunko versus Brook 1v1. Who knows? But I feel like this is going to be fun. Maybe next chapter? I mean, we do get a break, so maybe actually next chapter. But we'll see. Obviously, we got a little more from Loki. I'm past 30 minutes, so I'm just talking a little fast to recap. Loki wishing he was born in Xebec's era is super interesting. Wishing he was on Xebec's crew on the Rocks Pirates, just as Luffy wished he was on the Shanks red-haired pirates. But obviously, the time, as they told Roger, it was not time. The time is now. Loki, the man you should be following, is Luffy. Now, this also implies that Loki might actually go follow Blackbeard. And that would be crazy. We do not need that. We could do Loki versus Sanwan Wolf. That'd be a hype matchup for the Final War. But other than that, I love it. Anime coming this weekend. Opening reaction coming this weekend. I got OP10 pack to open. I got new cards to show. So I got an OP card video coming up. A lot of content coming. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye.